For 11 as a new player in the market, we always have found it important to have like a platform agnostic approach, which means that in every market that we enter, we want to have a relationship with existing platforms, if there are any, but also build our own OTT platform. Next to that, it's important that we build social media reach out to the fans, create original content for that fan to actually make sure that he gets to in contact with our brand and gets to our platform. We've launched plenty of new technologies as well. An example is Watch Together, is actually where you can create a virtual living room and watch a game together with your friends. And what we've seen is that that's an ultimate way of fan engagement and, you know, getting together, watching a game, seeing that emotion from your friends, that really works well. So for us, it's important to, when looking at markets, to be as broadly available as possible and think about new ways of bringing content to fans. In every single market, OTT is key of our strategy. So we will have an OTT platform in every single market. In some markets, it's bigger than others and really depends on the market dynamics. Looking at markets where you have bigger and more traditional legacy platforms, what we have done is approach them and said, well, we're here to develop the market, to you know, make sure that there are as much as fans as possible can come in contact with our content. So we made deals with them. In the beginning, it might not be the easiest one because we've always been very open that we want to have an OTT platform as well. But in the end, if you look at it, you create an ecosystem where you can maximize the value in the market for your rights holders, for your fans, but also for the platforms. Coming into a model where rights didn't move from one platform to the other is a benefit for their customers as well in the end. We have built quite some experience in various markets we're active in. Key is obviously we have local teams in every market. They know the market really well, they know who the influencers are, and obviously we look at them and make sure that they fit who we are as a brand. They share the same values that we have. And based on that, we actually pick them, and they can be bigger ones, but also smaller micro influencers as well, who can have more targeted reach to a fan base. So we have a mixture of those, but I think the local expertise in picking them and educating them and working with them to grow the fan base is important. Yeah, looking at our specific markets, we investigate the markets locally, look at what are people willing to pay and can spend on sports subscriptions. And based on that, we tailor our offering. And we do some trial and error as well, trying to offer like month passes, year passes, but also league passes. Or just, for example, in Belgium, we launched like a fight pass, an all-American pass, a darts pass to specifically address the ones that are only interested in darts. And we see that this approach takes off. And we want to keep that flexibility, and we'll tailor in every single market we're active in to make sure that we keep the right price points. But what we've done, we have entered in relationships with, for example, football apps, where fans are already there consuming content in text and maybe in highlights, but offering that, that step to say, well, you're watching, reading about Barcelona, and you want to watch the next Barcelona game, it's just one click away. So we've integrated our games within those apps and actually offer micropayments within that app. And so that's kind of a new way of experimenting and see if that's a business model that also would complement with the other stuff we do. Some markets we feel the effect more than in other markets, but I think it's a big issue. And if it doesn't get addressed right, it will kill the whole sports business. So we work with the leagues, and I think there's an important role for the rights holders to actually be very strict and act on it, but also from the governments and local governments need to make sure that people understand it's not okay to pirate content. So that's something that we feel very strongly about.